What's going on, everybody? I got Bill Way here from the Remote Duel Extravaganza. Bill, why don't you tell us what you're playing and what place you got?
So I got second place with pure skyscrapers.
Nice, man, nice. Sky Strikers in 2021. I love it, dude. Any interesting matchups? What was your rounds like?
Uh, played four players. I played Altergeist, two Bird Up, and there was a Bird Up Ancient Warriors, which was pretty interesting to play against. But mostly
Ancient
D-Link.
Warriors.
Yeah,
Mostly
Bird
Dragon Link. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
that's
mostly.
expected. That's expected. What ended up taking you out in top cut? Was it Hanko
It's,
on Prinkets?
no,
Yeah,
no, no.
yeah.
So I was going into round five, 4-0. I was really confident. Then
Mhm.
round five, I played against D-Link. Game one. Uh, I burned through both of his tidings, so I was like, okay, I'll stop Mystic Mine and I'll scoop. So I put Mystic Mine in the field, and this dude's playing three tidings. He's a crackhead.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
That's
so
pretty
he
stiff.
uh he waited to draw his third tiding, and then so the game took 48 minutes. So I drew that game.
Right, right. Yet a lot of D-Link is on top three tidying now from what I've been seeing, but
Yeah, definitely.
still, man, you did really well. Why don't you take us to the deck profile, and we'll just you have the floor.
All right, so for the main deck, we play three Ray and two Rose. Uh, The only reason I see people playing three rows, maybe desires. I don't like three rows, and also since I play Phantasme, it just draws me in the starters more. And I don't play one because the second effect of Rose is really broken. Non-target negate for literally anything, as long as like off Nibiru 2. If you Nibiru Dragon Link, you trigger Rose and Res, and then next turn you follow up. And then we play one Pinkertops because you're blinding second. It's a 26 body, and you get to pop a card out to Imperial Order. Big problem with this deck. Hand traps, play three Nib, three Ash, and three Phantasme. So I'm probably gonna move Nib aside in the future because although I did not play any like non-combo decks except for Altergeist, I feel like if I did play a bunch of Eldritch and stuff, I might have lost game ones because I main deck two of these. I'm probably gonna keep this in main because it just helps the deck on brick. And this deck, like being consistent, this deck is very scary when it's consistent. So I'll probably just move this to side in the future. Three Phantasme, it's really good. I mean, negates. It's a situational Omni negate. And then Ash, everybody should be playing Ash because I mean it literally hits everything. Also, hits right at fusion if you care about that. We play double shark, double afterburners. Only reason I play two is because I play desires. I mean shark honestly doesn't really do anything right now except for when I'm link climbing or in end phase. I just add this from Shizuku and I just banish something in the end phase. That's really all this does for me right now. And afterburners, I play two of these because it's a negation bait. Because I play talents. Also, not many decks put up spell trap negates either, so you pop that and you're really good and you break their whole board. And then we play three of the best card in the deck, because I mean three spells and great is a crackdown and you get to take whatever you want. One of each of these because they're limited. This one, I mean, it's a token. There's nothing real else to say about this. Multi-roll. If you multi-roll your own card and then you Heartbeat Feather Duster against a back row deck, you win game one automatically. Then for the field spells, we run Area Zero and a Mystic Mine and a Terraforming. I only ran one because it's another Terraforming target. I don't run three because I'm just not really the type of player to just sit on Mystic Mine. This is usually I usually just use this if I know like they have no out, I can just win game one, or it's just bait another negate out of Savage or another monster, and I just activate talents. And then you play Duster, Upstart, Rhoda, and a called by for the one ofs. Um, these two are mandatory in the deck because this is a spell and this is it's an extra starter and it's a spell. These two you don't have to play these. I play this because you're blinding second, and if you play in the back row deck, you draw this. You're pretty much probably gonna win unless you're playing against Unchained. Um, you play Call by the Grave. This barely came up for me. I'm probably gonna cut it. Most of the time when I use this, I was already like in a game winning situation, so I don't. I'm probably gonna cut this for like another MST or Afterburners. I played double MST. I would play Cosmics, but this acts actually like a pseudo starter. You just pop your own Air Zero, and then also Lancia is showing up in a lot of main decks, so that's also why I chose not to play Cosmics. And I played triple Desires and triple Talents. Desires, I mean, you have to play a draw card in this deck because it's just you just can't depend on top decks. You don't generate enough. And then Talents. It's really easy to get force your opponent to activate monster effect, because of all the board breaks you play in the deck and afterburners. So it's really easy to force a monster effect, and this is almost live every time you draw it. The only time it's not live is if you have nothing else in your hand that you can use, then this card will be dead. But besides that, this card's really broken, especially I think round four, I played Desires, and then he ashed. I called Belgrave his ash, so I drew two, then I drew two more off of this. I draw four in one turn, which just should not be allowed in the game. And then the extra deck, we ran triple these. All three are mandatory. Don't run two Hayate, you need three for the grind, and also if you're sitting on a Mystic Mine, Hayate literally wins the game. Um, and then we ran one Kaina and one Zeke. The Kaina comes in clutch. That's the only reason you play it, and also wins you the game in time. Which comes out after this deck. And then we play Zeke for linking away monsters, and also you could link climb by just sending your own area zero. Because you just negate the Dragoon with Rose and Water Anchor take it, and then you just link into Zeke and you're fine. And then we play Phoenix Unicorn access code. Phoenix for Imperial Order, and then this is just a link 3 for access code that's easy to make. And then for the last card in the extra deck, we put a BLS link because you play Phantasma and Abiru in the main deck, so this is really easy to make. And also with Invoked and all that stuff in the meta, you could just Shark Cannon Makaba and just make this also. And if they already used their Fleur, they can't out this because you can't target, can't destroy. Especially if it's sitting at 45, Dragoon can't even out that either. And then for the side, we played 9 hand traps. So we played Lancia, 3 Ogre. Lancia, I didn't use this that much because I didn't really have a matchup for that. I just played Bird Up, and that was really the only time I sided this in. Because for dealing, I had Droll, Ogre, Nib, Phantasma, Ash, which is already 15. And then 3 Droll. This is really good against Dogmatic Invoked and also dealing. It's a good card against Rogue as well. And then 3 Ghost Ogre was honestly MVP. This card, Dragon Link, they don't open the right hand, or they open like no starters and just a Ravine or a Bootsucker and a Tracer. You just over their field spell, and then you just sit on seals and pass. Or if they didn't use your field spell, or you have no good target for this, you just hold it till their battle phase, and then they go Boral Sword attack degradation effect, and you just chain Ghost Ogre and pop it. And on res, you just trigger Rose, and you get another body to save you, so you're not gonna die. This really comes about. I played 3 because I just love this with Rose. Because first of all, nobody expects Ghost Ogre in the first place, and then if you Ghost Ogre something in EMZ, you have Rosa, so which is basically it could be a negate that could honestly win you the game. For the Shadal and Invoke matchups, we played Jamming Waves and Double D Barrier. Jamming Waves, this card under multi-roll, just like Afterburners, it's a pop 2 for free, and popping Solemn Strikes and Judgments feel really good. So I mean, I play this. And then 2 of these. Some people actually did not they just don't understand how this card works. They activate Doll Fusion, and I just chain D Barrier. Like one dude was trying to argue about how I can't activate this under Meltdown. No, I'm not negating it. It's just saying you can't fusion summon. And another dude,
Mhm.
I mean, I negated his Doll Fusion, and then he linked in a Verte and tried to use that. So I mean, this card is, yeah. Uh, I mean, it's just like how Lancia stops Eldritch for one turn. If you're in a grind game, you just stop a control engine for one whole turn. You could really just gain a lot of advantage in your turn, just beat them. And that's really what this card is for. You just stop one of their whole turns, and then you just kill them the next turn. And then for going.
Apologies for the little technical hiccup. Continue, Bill.
So we in our side deck was a triple Solemn Judgment. For they make you go first, and 2, there's some decks you just stop their neural summon. And then you just win the game. And also, I mean, I Judgment evenly matched, Harpy's Feather Duster, Lightning Storm. It's just a good card overall. And that's really it for the profile.
Seems very cool, man. I've been noticing Phantasma is really popular in the metagame. You play this specifically for D-Link or just to gain advantage?
So Phantasme, the one thing with Striker is the fact that it's not too consistent, and
Mhm.
with Phantasme in the meta, it actually makes the deck really scary because one, it's technically a Omni Negate if you put it like that, and also you get to mulligan your hand, which in this deck is very very good
on
because
any deck.
deck like yeah, this deck being consistent is just a very scary deck to have to deal with.
For sure, for sure. And you said you were gonna cut, probably cut Nibiru to the side. What do you think about putting the main? You gonna try the Lancia thing? Because that's seems to be a hot trend right now. Is main deck Lancia?
Yeah, I was thinking either main deck Lancia or main deck like Droll because the thing about Nibiru was that
Hmm.
I sided Nibiru purposely for the D-Link matchup because I don't really lose the bird up because I main deck Phantasme and I have Hayate.
Right.
Um and I just don't think siding in a hand trap for just specifically one deck was a smart decision on my part because I didn't get punished for it because I only played combo, with the exception of one Altergeist player. But I definitely think I'm moving that to the side for like a Lancer or Jewel.
Yeah, yeah. Personally, I think Droll might be a little bit of a safer option because then you hit like Invoked and Dragon Link. Seems to
Hmm.
be two really popular strategies right now. So
Yeah.
it's pretty good. And you said Ogre is the MVP. That's so interesting. Like because nobody's playing Ogre, and then just ogreing boot sector just seems so so insane to do.
It actually like most people just don't realize how much it actually like affects the deck because me personally I actually play D-Link and
Hmm.
when like whenever someone ogres my field spell and they're like okay yeah I probably should have saved that I'm like no like because that literally just you have to have two more extenders and a way to get your recharger or else you can't end on savage with two negates so they just burn me one negate on your turn and then on their turn you just play for free.
For sure, for
So
sure. Yeah, man, it seems like it really worked out for you. Um, Anything else you want to add to the profile? Seems pretty solid. Everything looks really cool. I love all these spicy techs, and I'm excited to see where you take because you've been on this deck for a while now, and you've been doing
I've been on
really
the tech
well.
for a long time. Yep.
Yeah, I noticed when I know when you started this, and how look how far you've come. You've topped what like this is like your third remote duel extravaganza.
Yeah, it was second one, and then I won a bunch of mats, so I guess that
Jeez,
counts.
man. Jeez, must be nice.
Yeah, yeah. Well, thank you so much for having me on your channel, and yep, that's the Skystriker profile. If you guys want to play the deck, you don't need talents. You just search it for another hand trap if you want to play budget, and that's really it.